Let's get into some Penn State recruiting talk. Five-star corner Brandon Arrington headlined a big visit weekend for the Nittany Lions. Steve, what are you hearing coming out of this one?
Well, I think that Penn State still got some hill to climb with Arrington.
Absolutely.
But they got him to campus this weekend. He had a good visit. Really enjoyed being around the staff, the culture of the program, and sees why they're having so much success. They're coming off the Final Four appearance. They have a top 10 recruiting class. Yeah. I think Oregon, USC, Alabama, are some, and Texas A&M, of course, are firmly in that one. Penn State was kind of shooting their shot, Hail Mary this weekend.
As well.
There's a lot of guys that they are definitely in great shape for as they look to maintain a top 10 class, which I think is very promising. You know, they landed one of their top linebacker targets out of Virginia, Matthew Lama, yesterday, a 4-star. They beat Michigan, among others, for him. They're trending for in-state defensive lineman Alex Haskell, who's going to commit next week, I believe. I have an on-3 RPM in favor of him. And then you got some big names. And it starts at defensive end. They just had the top defensive end in the go off the board in the NFL draft in Abdul Carter. They've had some terrific defenses. It doesn't matter who the coordinator is under James Franklin. I think you and I could call the defense as long as Franklin's the head coach. They're going to be awesome on defense, and they certainly made a splash with taking Coach Knowles from Ohio State to be their defensive coordinator, replacing Tom Allen, who replaced Manny Diaz, who replaced Brent Pry. And so they've had the best defensive coordinator in college football, arguably year in and year out. They've had one of the most disruptive defenses in the country year in and year out. And so that's attractive to get 5-stars like Carter Meadows. I think Luke Wafel's going to finish a 5-star, so I'm just calling him a 5-star. Okay. But he's our number 1 player in Jersey. He's number 18 player overall. Carter Meadows, number 6 player in the country for us. Penn State's in the top 2 or 3. If not up in pole position going into their summer official visits. And then offensive line. You know, they have Kevin Brown committed. He's the jewel of the class. They beat Notre Dame, among others, for him. They want to beat Notre Dame again for Grayson McHugh, who's a on 300 recruit. Marlon Bright, I have predicted to Penn State out of New Jersey. He's an on 300 recruit. And then Carter Scruggs and Leo Delaney are 2 more blue chip offensive linemen. They have a great chance to land. And then Penn State, they seem to always boast one of the best secondaries in the land. 2 key targets, Kerry Adams. He's our number 3, or he's the on 3 industry's number 6 cornerback. I believe we have him number 3, Kerry Adams. He's been there a bunch, including a recent visit this spring. Penn State's at the forefront of his recruitment. And then Joey O'Brien. He's the number 5 safety in the country per the on 3 industry. Penn State's recruiting him as a 2-way guy. So they like him at safety. They like him at receiver. His latest visit, they showed him that plan. It was real exciting. My on 3 RPM's on Notre Dame. Right. But Penn State could very much land Joey O'Brien. And with those names that we just listed, a top 10 class is very much in the cards for a program that is going to be in the national title discussion again, particularly with what they bring back on offense, what they've done in the transfer portal. They should be potent. Drew Aller should take another step forward in his progression as a player. So they're going to be a team to watch on the field, and they're going to be a program to watch on the recruiting trail this summer.